So you did have a podcast. It was called Sacred Dance. Uh, What was the process like of launching that and getting that out into the world?
So yeah, it was called The Sacred Dance, and it was finding balance in a polarizing reality. I believe
Yes.
that's what it was all about. It's been close to a year. That I think September is when we stopped it. But the process of launching it, one, I knew I couldn't do it on my own. So I didn't even attempt to do anything other than hire Jillian immediately in the beginning. But so that was the key component to the launch process, because if I had to figure out all the other intricacies and steps and things, I would honestly wouldn't have done it. And so thank you, Jillian. But the process of launching it really was actually, the idea came to me after I did a psilocybin mushroom journey, and I was sitting outside one day and I was just like, everyone thinks that they're right and everyone thinks someone else is wrong, but what if no one's right and no one's wrong and we're all just living our truth? And I remember I was sitting outside like, oh wow. And then it just led me deeper into this like sacred dance of existence and life. And then I was like, I want to talk about it. Like writing a post wasn't enough, because I feel like my words better articulate what I'm trying to say. So yeah, that was the set off point.
Yes. Yeah, because writing a post, you don't really get the emotion when you hear something. Yeah, you know how sometimes you can read a text wrong that somebody writes you?
Yeah. I struggle sometimes to articulate via writing. So I think a podcast format was a beautiful outlet for that form of expression and for getting out those like meatier pieces that wanted to come out, as well as connecting with other people. My podcast wasn't just me talking, it was me talking as well as bringing guests on too.
Mm-hmm. Yes, because hearing other people's stories, other people's viewpoints is what opens us up to new worlds and everything.
Yeah, I was like, maybe at some point I may explore this, but I was really leaning on like having conversations with people who had like total opposite views and really kind of leaning into that more. I wasn't really ready for that just yet, but I may be in the future.
So why did you choose to delegate out your podcast to me, which I'm thankful for because I loved helping you and listening every week. So how has delegating things in your business like helped not only your business, but also your life?
First off, delegating the podcast was just essential. I just knew I wouldn't have been able to do it on my own. I was for so long Miss Independent. I can do everything on my own. I don't need you. I got this. Until I realized, oh, I actually can't do any of this on my own. I actually have never been doing any of this on my own. I've just been putting on this fake facade of I'm going to push everyone away. So I think that was a key component, is just really realizing like, this is not a strength. I don't want it to be a strength for me. I didn't want to learn and I didn't want to figure it out. And I figured out so many things in my work and my business, right? So that aspect of delegation was crucial for me to really lean into why I was starting the podcast, which was to have the conversations and the connection. Everything else, not a part of my path. And Jillian was so amazing. You were so amazing at the process, and just like the way that you supported me throughout it. Like it was literally like, I record and I'm done. I had to do nothing. And that was the sexiest thing about the podcast, I think.
Yes, allowing you to stay in your zone of genius while I stay in mine, I think is the best part of delegation. Everybody gets to be where they love to be in this online space.